Now guys, one of the best things we see when it comes to Terra Luna Classic is everybody working together to rebuild this blockchain. And we've talked before about some of these proposals that are going to bring forth USTN, the potential algorithmically fungible token out there that is going to take the place of USTC. And we're going to discuss the latest and apparently the final version of this USTN proposal by Alex, Ed, and Max. And I do believe, look, at first sight, it sounds like a very good proposal, okay? And in this video, it's going to be a lot of just going over it, and we're not really going to break it down in this one, but just lay it out as they have laid it out in their proposal so that everybody has a basic understanding of what's going on. And of course, in future videos, we can absolutely talk about it, break it down, discuss it, share opinions, and things like that. But right now, if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a pro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. And look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks in crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting at least 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks. Now, $1 crypto trade gets you $5 in free crypto. And of course, if you want crypto exclusive exchanges where you can grab Terra Luna Classic, you've got KuCoin and you've got Binance in the description. KuCoin offers rewards for active traders, and of course, we know Binance for international users is burning Terra Luna Classic. But let's just jump right into this because we've got a lot to cover. And I believe it's worth looking at because this sounds like a decent proposal so far. And if they can pull it off, should, over the long term, not only reward the developers, reward those that are staking, reward the validators, but reward Terra Luna Classic holders as well as value increases. Now, final proposal, blah, 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 and we're going to jump right into it here. So the net, 150 billion Terra Luna Classic is going to be burned immediately, and 50 billion LUNC reminted to restock the Oracle rewards. Now, there's a lot going on in these details here. We're going to jump down into some more details in a second. This is basically a summary. 35 billion estimated LUNC can be split between additional burning, additional Bitcoin reserves for the reserve, developer compensation, and a badly needed ecosystem support. Now, the Oracle rewards, to what is currently feeding the validators and so on, is going to decrease from basically 295 billion down to roughly 50 billion or even less. Oracle reward pools will be replenished as this plan takes place and as it comes into, I guess, as it begins to work. So let's jump right into the details and what this proposal for Terra Luna Classic is, I guess, proposing, right? So we're going to launch an algorithmic fungible token successor to UST, which we've called USTN. This is going to make it completely a legal break from any debt obligations or security assessments by courts surrounding USTC based on prior mismarketing and so on. So USTN, as opposed to rebuilding USTC, USTN will be a separate coin and therefore retain zero legal obligations or zero legal, I guess, baggage from what USTC has been through. Now, the second part of the details, enable the USTN LUNC two-way swap with a very tight initial capital control, which loosens over time. What does this do? This causes immediate USTN sellers to be heavily taxed by the protocol on their way out. Now, this is good. This promotes holding, and if anybody does go to sell, sure, you're going to get taxed very heavily, but that tax is going to go to replenish the ecosystem here and benefit the entire Terra Luna Classic blockchain. 3, remove all of the LUNC in the Oracle rewards distributor. Okay, this is getting a little scary, right? From the smart contract there, and exchange it for roughly $83 million of Terra BTC. So apparently we've got roughly $83 million worth of Terra Luna Classic in the Oracle Rewards Distributor smart contract. That's what's going to pay all of the developers and all of the validators to continue running the Terra Luna Classic blockchain. A great sum, but if it's used to collateralize this USTN, the idea is to promote the utility on the blockchain as opposed to just depleting and depleting and depleting and waiting for it to run out. And then what happens? So after you do that, this is interesting for all you LUNC holders out there. You're going to want to pay attention to this. After that, airdrop roughly $135 million in USTN. Now, 83 million of that is going to be backed by Bitcoin, and then the rest is going to be from this algorithmically fungible token here. Now, this is going to be airdropped to LUNC holders only, directly proportional to how much LUNC you own. So the more Terra Luna Classic you own, the more of that $135 million airdrop you would receive in USTN. But remember, if you go and you sell it immediately, it is going to be taxed very heavily. So this is going to encourage the long-term hold of USTN as well as, your Terra Luna Classic so you can get these rewards. As the $135 million in USTN is minted and re-enabled swap, the reactivated swap would burn around $55 million worth of Terra Luna Classic, or at the current prices, roughly 185 billion, LUNC. The Oracle rewards distributed would start to be refilled as the new USTN enters usage. So remember, we took away all of the current smart contract rewards that go to the validators and so on in order to collateralize this USTN. As this new USTN is minted, it's going to be burning, it's going to be taxing, and it's going to be replenishing that smart contract based on those taxes there and based on those transactions. Now, instead of burning 185 billion LUNC immediately, they propose to burn roughly 100 to maybe 135 billion and put the remainder, of course they're suggesting this here, but this is up to governance, and back into the Oracle rewards distributors so that stakers and validators can get nicely rewarded for doing the necessary work to keep the chain running. Yes, absolutely. And do I agree with these numbers here? I don't know. I mean, it is going to be up to the voters out there, to the stakers, to determine the amount that goes back in. Remember, regardless of the amount that is put in there immediately, we are going to see it replenished and rebuilt over time and look, guys, this is where the risk in this blockchain is, if it is rebuilt correctly. Now, the USTN's Bitcoin collateralization will be managed by a Tron-based decentralized reserve network as outlined in Section 5, and that basically just says that, we've got $85 million of Bitcoin reserves here. Who's in control of that? Go read the white paper to know who's in control of that. Now, here, this is 3 more things to go through really quick before we summarize this proposal here. But if you're a LUNC holder, you want to know how this is going to affect you. If you're a LUNC holder, there will be some sell pressure as the protocol slowly sells 240 billion Terra Luna Classic for Bitcoin. This is going to go to sell this Terra Luna Classic so that we can buy the Bitcoin to collateralize it. Of course, if you're selling 240 billion LUNC, that's some sell pressure, and we may see some downside in the price there. Around half that's going to be used by the protocol for minting the first 130 million USTN, which is going to be airdropped to LUNC holders, and then the total supply is going to drop by 100 billion Terra Luna Classic because it's going to be burned. Now, if you're a LUNC staker or validator, what you might see is your staking yields drop from their very elevated current levels to something lower. But this lower amount is sustainable, and it's going to be backed up by the rewards driven by, USTN and utility returning to the blockchain. Finally, if you're a USTC holder, unfortunately, nothing happens, right? Now, this could be a very difficult thing for anybody buying USTC right now, because I know that some of the other proposals are proposing to, revitalize USTC as opposed to creating this USTN algorithmically fungible token and rebuilding the blockchain that way. So guys, we'll go over some further videos. That's the breakdown of the latest proposal. I do want to know what you guys think about it and how it's going to help Terra Luna Classic in the future. All of these burns, I know it was a lot of information in a very short period of time, so we will absolutely do an, kind of like an opinion and a breakdown and so on in another video. But thank you guys very much. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And of course, if that button right there is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We're here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. Guys, got ClayBro 883 everywhere. 6 to 12 free stocks on Webull, KuCoin, and Binance. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.